Hiya, welcome to another video. As you can see by the title, it will be about post-Eurovision depression, PED. I will go through what is it, what's its symptoms, how it can be treated, it is a real thing. Also, I will continue to add to my further predictions of Eurovision 2020. Before I get into anything, the first thing I want to say is this video is incredibly unexpected, but it is scripted. The second thing is, if you do have depression, not PED, but if you do have depression, please seek help because life is beautiful and you're worth it. Post-Eurovision depression essentially is a period of time after Eurovision has concluded for the year. You probably know, possibly know, that Eurovision is generally in May. Yeah, generally in May, early May. And a period of time after people experience different emotions, undergo many symptoms, many ways to cope with PED. It might seem like a joke when I'm talking about PED, but it is a pretty big deal. I mean, you don't necessarily, unless it's extreme, have to go and see a GP about it, but it is something to keep in mind because it's like any other show. Eurovision is a song contest, an annual song contest, and if you watch it religiously, and it finishes, you know, you're so hyped about it when it is happening, and then it just, you know, happens, and then it finishes, of course you're gonna feel something. This is dependent on the person, of course. I can speak from experience that I have experienced PED a numerous amount of times, and each time is different. Symptoms that I generally suffer from PED is, yeah, I do get sad, which might sound ridiculous, but you know, you put so much energy into watching this and you watch it and then it's gone. Yeah, it's like when you finish watching a show or the show ends, example Game of Thrones, you've watched it for such a long time. Mind you, Eurovision is not as extended as Game of Thrones, but in the same respect, you watch it and then it finishes and you're like, I have certainly been sad. I have also had supposedly good symptoms. I follow artists from Eurovision from that year. For example, this year I am following Mickey and Mahmoud. I hope I said it right, Mahmoud. And even the Norway guys, because I love their songs and I want to see how they progress as artists. Another symptom could be my sleep schedule. Given where I'm from, I have to kind of adjust my sleep schedule. And it's difficult because my sleep schedule tries to be as normal as possible, 8 hours, sometimes 7, but you know, it's a decent amount of hours of sleep. But when Eurovision is on, you kind of have to tweak it a bit. So, for example, I have to get up really early in the morning to watch it. And I love it. It's like part of me, but it still is painful. In a sense, it still affects you. It's like jet lag. I think I'm slowly getting out of those symptoms. Well, some of those symptoms I come out of. Some of these symptoms or clinical signs or whatever last a long time. It could last until the next Eurovision. For example, I still watch and listen to old Eurovision artists' songs and follow them as well. For example, Francesco Gabbani, I listen to his new songs. He publishes new songs every few months. It's great. There are numerous symptoms a person can develop. Clinical signs, symptoms, certain things a person can develop. And honestly, can PED be treated? Well, no, but yeah, honestly, it's kind of a thing that you have to like ride the wave with. It's just dependent on the person. You need to ride the wave. And the more you unfortunately experience PED, the more you'll get used to the highs and the lows, and you'll kind of get used to it. It's still May. But on this chart, it says PED generally lasts until August or September, because that's when September onwards is the early organisation period for the new Eurovision for the next year. So, for example, it's in Amsterdam. I don't know if it's in Amsterdam, it's in Netherlands. There are many ways to deal with PED, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad, depressing time if you don't want it to. For example, because I've told you I'm into Hetalia, and Hetalia is about countries, and Eurovision is likely about countries, European countries. Hetalia's got European countries. I draw. I follow Tumblrs. Might be embarrassing, I don't care. I'm starting to learn Spanish. I've wanted to start learning it for a while. I want to hear your views as well. If you're suffering from PED, how do you cope with PED? Do you have any advices? Do you have any advice, questions? Put it in the comments below. I will very quickly add to my predictions for 2020 Eurovision. I can't remember what I predicted beforehand, but if I said something again that I said before, please let me know. I do think that in 2020 it will be in Amsterdam, which is why I did a slip up. Though the last time it was held in the Netherlands was before I was born, so I don't really know that much about if it was in Amsterdam before. I don't know if it can be in Amsterdam again, but since it's the capital, it's usually the capital is a nice place to hold the venue of Eurovision 2020. I predict, and this is a very, very, very bold prediction, I predict that it will be held on the 20th of April, because 420 blaze it. That's just me being silly. But it would have been super cool if it was. And if you get that joke. Other predictions, I really do hope, and I did bring up Francesco for a reason, I really do hope that he performs for Italy again, because a few of his new songs are really, really interesting. I really hope that Giulia Zamiro makes an appearance. I hope something in regard to Japan will be mentioned, because the Olympics is also in 2020. There are so many predictions in my head at the moment. Hope you did enjoy this video. I hope I did cover a few info facts maybe you knew or didn't know. Please let me know, and I wish you a happy and safe post-Eurovision depression. And as per usual, stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, like, comment, stay tuned, because this probably will be the last Eurovision 2019 related video for this year, but I will be back with a monologue on this channel super soon, so stay tuned, and ciao for now.